We are a grass-fed, grass-finishing beef and lamb operation. One of the specialties that we do is our acorn finished pigs. We direct market not a huge amount of our production, but a significant portion at the Lake St. Louis Farmers Market.
Walden's dad and mom started out here, and you know, this was the home farm. That's why they worked together. Walden and his dad and then the boys, you know, worked into it too. So farming has just been in their blood.
I'm the fourth generation. Sabrina and Dusty are the fifth generation.
I am the marketing director for Cope Grass Farm, which my job is to promote our farm and show that farms can make a profit by following a sustainable regenerative model and explain the importance of nutrient-dense products.
We're not reinventing, but going back to a lot of systems that my grandparents and my great-grandparents did, trying to close the loop on our farm for what we produce and what we use. In the last 6 years, through various cost share programs, we've planted almost 400 acres of natives. And when we plant natives, we don't use 1 or 2 species. We put out, basically, it's a 40 species mix.
Native grasses, they have really helped with the soil, but also during the drought, everyone was feeding hay and we still had green grass, which was kind of rare during that dry spell in June and July.
They've got such a root system, they can utilize water from depths, they can pull nutrients from depths. But rotational grazing is the concept of grazing a pasture or a forage source and then getting away and allowing it to recover. Recovery time is the most important thing of all of this stuff. It's not the grazing time, but it's the recovery time. Production of your forages and your water cycle in your pasture is so much better because you don't have overgrazing.
During the wintertime, we plant milo, and that is what we use for our winter feed for our beef and our sheep, and we are now implementing that with our pork. Dad has always been geared towards conservation. It's very rare when Dad doesn't come up with something new to try. And I think I've kind of caught that bug.
The fodder in our program is new to us. We've been doing it for a year and a half now. But it's the concept of taking a grain and sprouting it for 6 days. And then we take that fodder mat and we feed that to our grass finishing animals because it's an excellent energy and protein supplement. What we learned from the foresters is that if we will thin these trees out, they'll produce more board feet of lumber per acre per year. You increase the timber production, we also drastically increase the mass production, the acorns, the food crop. So we're figuring out a way to harvest them, utilize them, make people food out of them, and still keep our woods like we want them. We don't tear them up, and we're growing more timber. Implementing all these different conservation practices and things that we do, for starters, it's really dropped our cost of production because I'm not spending near the amount of money on inputs and equipment. Then there's the side benefits from the conservation point of view of it, is the wildlife.
We are certified with the National Audubon Society. We're one of 7 farms throughout the entire state of Missouri that's certified through them.
3 years ago, they walked the farm on quarter-mile transects, and they count every bird they see and hear. There was 70 species of birds that they recorded. This year they did the same thing. They counted 102. That's a heck of an increase.
The main thing that fuels my passion for farming is knowing that we can improve every single year.
It just takes time and effort. I'm old enough that I probably won't see it, but my kids will, my grandkids will. And even if it ain't my kids or my grandkids, it's the next person behind me. This is kind of one of those cases, this ain't mine, it's theirs, we're borrowing it.
It's a really cool feeling to turn a set of cows into a pasture in the middle of June or early July, and all you can see is the top of the cows, and it's nothing but green leaves. It's that good. I like what I do. I really like what I do.